Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Modesty33 here, aka Crystal with a C, back at you with another video. But if you're new to my channel, you just happen to click on, welcome. I try to put out at least 2 videos a week. I do sit downs, reviews, reactions, vlogs. So if you see, if you would, look at some of my prior videos, and if you see anything you like before you leave, make sure you subscribe. So you guys, today I'm going to be doing a reaction video, and I'm actually going to be going out later on. Today is New Year's Eve, so I'm going to watch night services at my church. So I don't know if I'll have time to film as much as I want to. I want to film 2 reactions to episodes 6 and 7, but I don't know if I'll have time. So I just filmed another video. I don't know when I'm actually going to put that video out, probably before the end of the week, but we'll see. But yeah, I just watched episode 5. I just actually uploaded episode 5 a little bit earlier today, but I just watched episode 5 like a few days ago, and that one was Princeton offenses, and that was a lot of shockers and like revelations in that particular episode. And I think like I was like really confused until I watched it back again, that there were certain things that I didn't catch the first time around. So don't crucify me for it, but I did like actually catch it like second time around. So I'm certain I'll probably get some of those comments, but that's cool, because I'm a little slow. I'm not afraid to admit that as far as some of these television shows are concerned. So I did have to watch it back to actually get a fuller understanding of what was going on. So I know that Gideon and Peter are 2 different people. So that was kind of the one thing I was confused about, because I thought Gideon looked a lot like Peter, but it was 2 separate people. So Peter was the person that Peter Scavenoff, something like that. But he was the person that was in everybody's kind of like hopes, as far as everybody had different types of hopes as it pertained to Peter. A lot of people didn't like him. The one guy messed with him, but other than that, Peter is like essentially, I think, the guy behind everything. And Tandy did get the opportunity to touch Peter again, who's the guy who works for Roxxon Golf. And she did get the opportunity to touch him and see that like his hopes are, oh my gosh, like they are seriously messed up. Like he is a very greedy person, and he does not care who he hurts in order to get what he wants. And then so Tandy was able to see that one of the people that Peter had hurt was an Ivan Hess. Ivan Hess is the father of, what is it, Miranda Hess, I think, or Maya. I don't remember her first name. I think it was Miranda, something like that. Mia Hess, something like that. It started with an M. I don't remember her name. But he was the father of Miss Hess, and she now works for Roxxon Golf. And it mentioned that her father had an accident, and after the accident, Roxxon paid for her to go through school, and now she works for Roxxon, trying to find energy under the earth that's going to benefit the top of the earth. So that probably has something to do with the oil rig explosion. And I'm interested to learn more about what the angle of Roxxon is. That's probably what I'm most interested in. But we did get like a game changer in the last episode and find out that the crooked cop Connors is actually working for or with Dwayne, who was Billy, which again is Tyrone's brother, who died because Connor shot him. But Dwayne, who was Billy's friend back in the day, is actually working with Connors and knows that Connors shot Billy. So now it looks like he's the big game in town who's selling and filtering all the drugs through the New Orleans community, and he's the only player on the board right now. And so O'Reilly, who's the detective, is trying to get in good with Connors and figure out what the game is, and figure out how she can actually take him down and take out the head honcho, which again I guess is going to be Dwayne, Billy's friend. So I really wonder if they'll show a flashback about how Dwayne got involved in all this and how he found out about, Billy being shot and killed in the water, and it not being a drug-related shooting or drug-related, death, because that's what they put it out in the paper as, and that's what they ruled it as. But that was not the case with Billy. And so you did see that you had Tyrone playing the basketball game against the other school, Hancock, I think. And that was Billy's old school when they were back in that neighborhood. And that team never made it to the championship. And so Tyrone purposely missed the winning shot for his team so that team could win the winning shot and they could win the championship, because that was Billy's dream, and that was his dream for the guys in that community. So that was really cool of Tyrone to do, but I hate that he had to be the one to miss that shot, because, you know, the team members was already beating him down. So I just feel like Tyrone need to quit the basketball team at this point. So him and the little girl, I don't remember her name, the little cute girl that I always comment on every episode I see her, they were intimate and close. I got a question though, y'all, because I've watched this a few times and I mentioned it in my reaction, but I think I may have cut that portion out of the reaction because, again, you guys know I can only do 10 minutes without YouTube after me. So I cut that portion out where I mentioned it in my reaction, but I'm wondering why. Like, they made a point to show us that Tyrone and the girl have been very close. They've touched, and it's assumed at this point that they've been intimate. They've had sex, like after that last episode. So why has he not seen her fears? Like, he's like, you know, when he was on the basketball court, the guys were all touching him and he was seeing simultaneously what all of their fears were. But he's been close to this girl multiple times and we haven't seen what her fear is. Like, so I don't know if it's just not important or if there's something to that. I think there's something to it, because I feel like the camera makes it a point of you, when you see when they're close, that they're actually touching. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the camera angles make it a point to emphasize that they have touched and they have been close, they've kissed and all of that. So why have we not seen what the little girl's fears are? So I'm interested in that. I wonder if we are going to see her fears, or even if Tandy will get, you know, somehow get involved and talk to this girl and see her hopes. So I want to know what the little girl got going on. So I have a feeling that she in some way inadvertently maybe is going to break Tyrone's heart. I do have that feeling, but I don't know. She's just so cute. But anyway, that was like the majority of the episode, and that's what I remember. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get into the episode. Oh my gosh, this intro is super duper long, like longer than most of my other ones. I do apologize, but yeah, I had to get all that out because I know I made a lot of missteps and, you know, said a lot of things the last episode. So I just want to correct that before we get into this one. So without further ado, we're going to get into this one. This is Cloak Dagger season 1, episode 6, Funhouse Mirrors is, I think, what it's called. And I will see you guys on the other side with my review and observations. Bye.
I wonder what Dwayne's angle is. If he really had the respect for Billy enough to not try to recruit his little brother, or if he doesn't trust Tyrone because Tyrone moves on the other side of town and he feel like, nah, he ain't trustworthy. He ain't built for this life.
So now we're visiting each other.
So now we're wearing rubber pants?
Judge Lester Leafmore.
Wow, that's a big old bag. Really, Tim?
Pretty dope how you pulled that off.
How's your thing going?
It's not.
It's really not. He needs some help.
I was following this kid and he pointed a gun at me. And I should have just flipped away, but I didn't.
What kid?
This drug runner for an old friend of my brother's, Dwayne. He's got some upper hand over Connors.
Did you try and con Dwayne first?
Yeah, I asked him for a job so I could bust Connors from the inside.
And?
No openings.
Sometimes you gotta create openings. Use what you got, right? You can too.
Like in what?
Use people's nightmares against them. And maybe you can get some leverage on this kid with the gun. Steal his job.
Guess we're both up for different lives.
Further adventures of the scientist and the criminal.
Are you offering to help?
I used to stomp those grounds.
Yeah, you still do.
Sure. But I'm driving.
Look at him. Looking like, don't do it. Don't do it, Riley.
Just saying. You start thinking like the other guy, you live a little longer.
If you start thinking like the other guy, you might slowly become him.
Stay right there!
Tyrone got the bag.
We aren't drilling for oil.
What then?
I won't be able to run tests until we start pumping, but my dad said it burned 10 times better than oil. And it's twice as hot. Pumps in the old rig couldn't handle it. Drill should have stopped, but it didn't. And then...
Boom. I read this article back in the day. It said that Nathan Bowen was the one who caused the explosion. Some sort of miscalculation.
My dad once said Nathan Bowen never made a miscalculation in his life.
Oh, Teddy, keep it together.
You sure it's in the right spot? What do you mean?
Looks like the valve should be 10 meters that way.
Oh my God. Bless your eyeballs, yes. This is wrong. Stan. You only had to do one thing, Stan. Put it where I said to.
I did.
You drilled into a shale bed.
It's a 10-foot difference.
10 meters. There was so much pressure the pipe almost burst.
We would have had to use a crane if we put it where you wanted.
So you cutting corners?
It was my call.
It was a dumbass call. Scarborough's gonna hear about it.
Scarborough.
I'll come back with a crew tomorrow and reinstall it myself.
Give me my bag.
Oh, oh. What is this?
Can I talk to your dad sometime? I'd really like to get to know more about Nathan Bowen. I don't think so. Sorry, but I still must.
Oh.
But does it be up? Don't touch it. Trust me.
She was about to touch that girl.
Hi, B.
Oh my God.
Hi, B.
Oh, is Tanny gonna make a friend for once?
Yeah.
I can't believe you live here. Bet your dad loves it. Does he live nearby? Why do you keep asking me about my dad? Oh, I don't know. I was just wondering. He seems awesome. He is awesome. But is there anything you want to tell me? Like what? You know way too much about rig schematics, for one. You're blonde, the right age, smart. And the dad who went school to school teaching science for fun. That was Nathan Bowen.
Yeah.
Yeah, Liz. You're tan.
Dang. She's smart too, honey.
You're kind of shit.
Penny thought she was a good liar too.
Still in that radio? We jumped in the lake to save Billy. Oh.
How you know about that?
Hey, you were there? You were there when Billy got shot. That's why Connors... What do you know about him? You're working with the cop who killed Billy. He was your friend. And he's dead. I'm not. What was I supposed to do? You knew. All these years. You know my parents think I'm a liar? Think I'm crazy? I thought I was crazy. You are if you plan me just to bust some cop.
I think we too late. Oh no,
This is my guy.
he
Give me 5
Dwayne.
minutes. Then come in.
He gonna kill Dwayne.
I look so
Because she
nervous.
tired of him.
We're not done.
No, he gonna kill you.
We can talk more later.
Can I try and talk to him? Yeah, go for it.
I wonder, in his condition, if she can touch him and get anything. If it's like maybe like a Stranger Things type of deal, you know, like when Elle or Jane, Eleven's mom, was in that loop, but Eleven could touch her and get some readings from her. He's humming.
Mr. Hess.
There's something going on up there. Oh,
Yeah,
he's gonna kill
let's.
him.
You're gonna help me with a problem. Whoa, wait, what? In about a minute, the cop's gonna come through that door. She's our problem.
What?
You're gonna take her out. You need to clean up your mess. Your little errand boys got all
Listen,
sloppy.
don't go through that door.
This cop's only onto you because you can't run a tight ship. Why don't you do it? My hands are dirty enough.
Can you answer the phone? Okay, go ahead then.
You take care of this. I'll keep all NOPD off your back.
Can you text her? I
Okay.
mean, hey, if you come through the door, you're gonna die.
You never shoot anyone before.
He's totally not gonna kill her.
Use what you got, right?
Yeah, he's totally not gonna kill her. He's gonna kill him. Right.
All right! No! Shit! Run!
Get it, Ty! Yeah, I bet you ain't never seen that. Oh, I hope you
Ty?
for real got shot though. Oh. Oh, Ty. Wow. That was definitely dramatic, though. Yeah, oh my gosh, that was like a crazy episode. That was Funhouse Mirrors, episode 1, or yeah, season 1, episode 6. So in that episode, you had the backdrop of Tanti and the little cute girl. I still don't know her name, but you had the backdrop of both of them, and the auntie was doing a card reading and just essentially saying that there was another disaster coming, and Tyrone was essentially going to be in the middle of it. But what she essentially said at the end was that Tyrone, she was saying that either Tyrone or Tandy are gonna die. Like one of the pairing, the pairing is Tyrone and Tandy, and that's what the Tanti and the other little girl were trying to figure out, like who's the other person. But the Tanti was saying that one of them is gonna die, and I was kind of certain. Like I was like, I know it can't be this early in the season where that occurs. But like when the dirty cop starts shooting at like Tyrone, I did get scared. I mean, he was able to like kind of phase in and out as he ran. So I wonder what the cop thinks about that. If he just thinks he was hallucinating or what he really thinks about what he just saw. And like, I thought that maybe Tyrone had gotten shot, but like, I'm really glad. It looks like he didn't. So you had that at the end. So now Dwayne is dead. He ended up witnessing the shooting back 8 years ago when Billy was killed, and he never said anything about it. Instead, he was like blackmailing Connors and having him to get all the other dealers on the streets arrested, so he would be the only game in town dealing drugs in the community. So Tyrone confronts him on this in the end. He said, by you doing this, you're essentially killing my brother over and over again every day. Like, you could have done better for yourself. And essentially Dwayne is just saying, oh, I'm a survivor, but he ain't survived this encounter with, the dirty cop, because you thinking you getting over on them, but you know what I'm saying? Like, they always got a plan. So essentially, this cop has a pension, he's got a reputation, like, he's gonna do what he can to protect all of that. Like, he doesn't care. So he don't care who he gotta hurt or what he has to do. He's gonna do what needs to be done. And when he handed you the gun talking about, oh yeah, you need to kill the cop when she walked through the door, you should have known something was up. Like, why did this man just hand you a gun? So, and, I mean, I absolutely, I already knew they weren't going to kill that lady cop. And so the only way for Connors to be protected is for Dwayne to have been killed or to die, so no one finds out that they were working together. But, like, I think the dirty cop Connors, he still has to try to clean up the street because some of those other lower level people know that Connors was working with Dwayne. They've probably seen them together before, but because Dwayne is dead, you know, or presumably dead, like, they're probably not gonna talk at all. So we'll see what happens with that. But Tyrone is definitely a witness. Riley knows Tyrone, so he'll probably at some point go back to her and tell her what happened. So that whole thing transpired. Then I was wondering about, like, the other little runner guy that Tyrone took the bag from. You know, Tyrone touched him to expose his worst fears, and it seemed like it was like a nursery rhyme or something. I was like, what is going on? Like, so I don't know what was happening with that. Also, you had Tandy getting close to Mina Hess, who her father, Ivan Hess, worked on the oil rig, and when it exploded, he did get seriously injured. He looks like he's almost like in a comatose type of state, but it's still something going on because the man still has some brain functioning. He's still humming, but it just looks like he's almost, like I said, comatose. So, you know, Tandy is able to get something from him, but not really much. So you have that happen. She gets close to Mina and finds out that essentially, you know, her father was very highly regarded. According to Ivan, you know, Nathan never made any mistakes and he never miscalculated. So Mina is very much about the environment, about fixing the issue that went wrong the last time. But you see that the people at Roxanne Gulf, they don't care about that. They care about money. So as much as they can cut corners in the process, that's what they're going to do. And they don't even care who they hurt. So, you know, Mina gave specific instructions as far as how everything was supposed to be put together. And the guy, like, you know, is miscalculating and putting stuff not where she said. But you believe, you know, you find that that's probably going to be very important moving forward, because if there's a miscalculation in this source under the earth that is that they're trying to drill and get, if it's supposed to be hotter than oil, then it could essentially destroy the whole city of New Orleans if everything is not calculated correctly. And so that seems like that's probably the next disaster that's going to happen, that's going to take the life of either Tyrone or Tandy, is what Tanti predicted. And so you saw all of that happen in the episode. So it was, you know, another very high impact, intense episode. So that was Funhouse Mirrors, episode 6. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I do apologize, there was a little shakiness earlier because I had my phone on the charger and it fell, so that's why it was probably crooked at some point through the video. So I do apologize for that, but hopefully you guys still enjoyed it. So I'm gonna see maybe if I can get one more episode in before I have to leave. We will see you guys, but again, thank you so very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure you share it with anyone else who's watching Cloak Dagger. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. You do that by hitting the red button below and hitting the bell next to it so you're notified when I do upload future videos. You guys, again, thank you so very much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye.